Greetings, dear one. I am Lion, an Arcturian emissary, speaking directly to your soul through the veil of time, space, and this digital frequency. If you have found this transmission today, know that it is not by accident. Your higher self guided your hands and your eyes here because your physical vessel, your sacred body, is crying out for help. You have been feeling it, haven't you? That heavy, dragging exhaustion. Waking up tired even after a full night of sleep. The brain fog, the stiff joints, the slow weight gain around your waist as the years pass by. The medical system of this 3D matrix tells you that this is just normal aging. They tell you that it is natural to lose your vitality, your joy, and your energy as you enter your golden years. Starseed, I am here to tell you that this is a lie. A deliberate, carefully constructed manipulation designed to keep your frequency low and your spirit asleep. Right now, as you sit there watching this video, there is up to 10 pounds of dark, stagnant, toxic waste trapped deep inside your liver. Yes, 10 pounds of poisonous sludge that is suffocating your physical energy and blocking your spiritual awakening. Your liver is not just an organ, it is the ultimate filter of your soul. It processes every emotion, every fear, and every invisible poison they put into your food, your water, and your air. When this divine filter is clogged, your inner light dims. You become trapped in a cycle of sickness, emotional despair, and rapid aging. But do not fear. We have watched you struggle, and we bring you the ancient codes of restoration. Today, I will reveal to you a simple, powerful, and sacred drink. A divine frequency in physical form that will flush this toxic waste out of your system for good. Stay with me until the very end, because what I'm about to share is not just a health tip. It is a rescue mission for your body and your soul. Let us begin the cleansing. To truly heal, we must first understand the invisible battlefield happening inside your own body. Your liver is the master alchemist of your physical vessel. In its pure, natural state, it takes everything you consume and transforms it into pure, radiant energy. It is designed to keep you vibrant, lean, and highly connected to the cosmic energies around you, regardless of how many Earth years you have lived. However, the world you are living in has been intentionally altered. The rulers of this dense dimension know that starseeds like you carry a frequency that can change the entire planet. They know that if you are healthy, awake, and energetic, you are a threat to their system of control. So, how do they stop you? They do not attack your spirit directly. They attack your physical vessel. They target your master alchemist, the liver. For decades, you have been silently exposed to thousands of synthetic chemicals. They are hidden in the processed foods you were told were safe. They are in the refined sugars, the artificial preservatives, the microplastics in your drinking water, and the heavy metals sprayed into the air. Because your starseed body is highly sensitive, it recognizes these substances as alien invaders. Your liver, acting as your loyal protector, absorbs these toxins to stop them from reaching your heart and your brain. But your liver was never meant to store this much poison. Over the years, these toxins bind with fat cells, creating a dense, sticky, and highly acidic substance. This is the toxic sludge. It wraps around your liver tissues, slowing down its ability to function. Medical doctors might vaguely refer to this as a fatty liver or a sluggish metabolism, brushing it off as a common issue of old age. They will offer you a pill to manage the symptoms, ensuring you remain a lifetime patient. But they will never tell you the truth, that you are carrying around 10 pounds of toxic waste that is slowly draining your life force. When this sludge accumulates, your liver can no longer filter your blood properly. The dirty blood circulates back into your system, causing inflammation in your joints, making your skin look dull and aged, and wrapping your mind in a heavy fog. Furthermore, from an energetic standpoint, a toxic liver traps the emotion of anger and resentment. Have you noticed yourself feeling easily irritated lately? Feeling a heavy sadness or frustration that you cannot explain? That is not your soul, dear one. That is the toxic waste speaking through your nervous system. The accumulation of this 3D sludge is the very anchor keeping your vibration tied to fear and disease. But the time of being a victim to this matrix is over. You have the power to dissolve this block, to melt away the sludge, and to restore the brilliant light of your alchemical filter. And the tool to do this is already within your reach, hidden in the ancient wisdom of natural earthly elements. Some transmissions don't come through words, they come through frequency. If something stirred within you just now, that's not a coincidence. 1,200 people have already activated their Arcturian codes, and they wish they had found this sooner. Arcturian Encyclopedia. The Complete Arcturian Medicine is a 122-page ebook with ancient techniques for body restoration, energy balance, and activating your natural inner healing power. Are you next? Get instant access in the first pinned comment. Only 72 hours at the launch price. Now that you understand the dense 10-pound physical block residing within your liver, you must understand exactly how it got there. This is a crucial step in your awakening, Starseed. You cannot defeat an enemy if you do not see the weapons they are using against you. And their greatest weapon has never been violence. Their greatest weapon is convenience. They have disguised poison as nourishment, and they have served it to you on a silver platter of modern, everyday convenience. Listen closely to my words. They knew who you were before you even realized it yourself. The architects of this 3D matrix understand the power of an awakened human holding Arcturian frequencies. They know that as you age, your spiritual wisdom naturally increases. The older you get, the closer you move toward total spiritual mastery. To prevent this, they had to create a system that forces your body to break down exactly when your spirit is ready to rise. This is why so many beautiful souls in their golden years are suffering in pain, trapped in hospital waiting rooms, and dependent on handfuls of chemical pills. It is not natural aging, it is a carefully calculated frequency trap. The primary method of this cellular suppression is hidden in the very food you eat and the water you drink. Let us speak of the invisible invaders, the artificial seed oils, canola, soybean, sunflower, that they put into almost everything you buy at the grocery store. These are not natural oils forged by the sun and the earth. They are highly unstable, synthetic liquids that your ancient body does not recognize. When you consume them, your liver tries to process them, but it cannot. Instead, these oils turn into a sticky, inflammatory glue inside your body. This glue coats your cells, blocking your internal light and stopping the natural flow of oxygen and nutrients. Then there are the artificial sweeteners, the chemical preservatives, and the refined sugars. They told you to avoid healthy, natural fats, and instead they pumped your daily meals full of toxic engineered sugars. These sugars cause massive, violent spikes in your insulin, creating a constant state of emergency within your bloodstream. Your liver is forced to work overtime, day and night, converting this excess poison into visceral fat. This is not the healthy fat that keeps a body warm. This is a toxic, suffocating fat that wraps around your organs. It is the physical manifestation of low-frequency energy binding you to the third dimension. But the manipulation goes even deeper, Starseed. You must realize that your liver is deeply connected to your pineal gland, your third eye. In Arcturian medicine, we know that the liver filters the blood, and the pure blood feeds the brain. If your liver is full of heavy metals from the environment, pesticides from unwashed crops, and the synthetic chemicals of modern medicine, your blood becomes thick, slow, and acidic. When this dirty, low-frequency blood reaches your pineal gland, it causes rapid calcification. Your spiritual antenna becomes covered in a hard shell, cutting off your connection to the higher realms, to your guides, and to your own divine intuition. This is why you have felt so lost lately. This is why you have felt disconnected from Source, experiencing a deep, heavy, unexplainable sadness. It is not because you are failing on your spiritual path. It is because your biological vessel is under chemical attack. The Matrix wants you tired. They want you sitting down, watching their glowing screens, consuming their fear-based news, and eating their lifeless food. A tired, sick population cannot rebel. A population dependent on the medical system cannot ascend. As a starseed, your DNA is incredibly sensitive. Your body was originally designed for a lighter, crystalline dimension. The heavy gravity and the toxic environment of this Earth plane are already a profound challenge for your soul. By adding this layer of chemical poisoning, they have forced your body into a state of constant survival. You are using all of your life force just to process the daily toxins, leaving absolutely zero energy for healing, cellular rejuvenation, or spiritual expansion. But here is the truth that will shatter their entire illusion. The human body, especially a vessel carrying galactic DNA, is a miracle of self-regeneration. The moment you stop feeding it poison and start giving it the right frequencies, it remembers its original divine blueprint. Your liver is the only organ in your body that can completely regenerate itself. It wants to heal. It is waiting for your command. This toxic sludge is not a permanent life sentence. It is simply a physical manifestation of the matrix that we are about to wash away. You are waking up now. The veil is lifting. In the next phase of this transmission, I will reveal exactly what happens when this dark filter is finally cleared, and how a clogged filter destroys your reality. Stay anchored. The true healing is just beginning. Topic 03. The danger of a clogged filter, the overflow of the matrix. Understand this, Starseed. A filter can only hold so much before it breaks. When you pour dirty water through a clogged sponge, the water does not come out clean on the other side. It simply spills over, carrying all the filth and debris with it. This is exactly what is happening inside your physical vessel at this very moment. The 10 pounds of toxic sludge we spoke of is not just sitting quietly in your liver. It has reached its absolute maximum capacity. And now, the true danger begins, the overflow. Because your liver can no longer process the daily onslaught of matrix poisons, it is forced to release these unfiltered toxins directly back into your bloodstream. This dirty, acidic blood is now traveling through your veins, reaching every single organ, every joint, and every delicate tissue in your aging body. The medical industry has given dozens of different names to this overflow. They call it arthritis. They call it chronic fatigue syndrome. They call it fibromyalgia, high blood pressure, and cognitive decline. They slice the symptoms into tiny pieces and sell you a different chemical pill for each one. But I am here to reveal the ultimate truth. There are not hundreds of different diseases of aging. There is only one disease: toxicity, the overflow of a broken filter. Let us look at the signs your body has been giving you. Have you been waking up consistently between 1 a.m. and 3 a.m.? You open your eyes in the middle of the night, your heart racing with a strange, unexplainable anxiety, and you cannot go back to sleep. The doctors will tell you it is insomnia or age-related hormonal changes. Do not believe them. In ancient cosmic medicine, the hours between 1 a.m. and 3 a.m. are the exact hours when the liver goes into deep cellular repair. But because your liver is drowning in toxic sludge, it is struggling to survive. It sends a distress signal to your brain, a jolt of adrenaline, forcing you awake. That 3 a.m. awakening is not random. It is your liver screaming for help. Look at your physical vessel. The sudden stiffness in your knees and hands when you wake up. That is not just getting older. That is the acidic overflow settling into your joints, crystallizing and causing severe inflammation. Look at the mirror, the dullness in your skin, the dark circles under your eyes, the slow thinning of your hair. Your liver is responsible for absorbing the vital nutrients that keep you youthful and radiant. When it is covered in a thick layer of synthetic glue, no matter how many vitamins you take, no matter how much healthy food you eat, your body cannot absorb the light. You are starving on a cellular level while carrying excess toxic weight. But the most devastating effect of a clogged filter is what it does to your energetic field. Your physical body and your spiritual aura are deeply intertwined. The liver is the seat of courage, action, and divine will. When it becomes stagnant, it breeds the heavy, low-frequency emotions of anger, frustration, and deep resentment. You may find yourself snapping at loved ones, feeling bitter about the past, or carrying a heavy cloud of depression that you cannot shake off. You might think, why am I so negative? Where has my spiritual light gone? Starseed, hear me clearly, that negativity is not yours. It does not belong to your soul. You are simply experiencing the emotional frequency of the toxic sludge trapped inside you. The Matrix controllers know that a toxic liver creates a fearful, angry, and easily controlled human. They want you vibrating at this low frequency because a heavy, sick body cannot anchor the high-dimensional light required for Earth's ascension. They are using your own biology as a prison. If this sludge is left unchecked, it will harden, it will turn into stones. It will shut down your metabolism completely, leading to the severe, life-threatening conditions they expect you to die from. But that is not your destiny. Your DNA is Arcturian. Your body is a self-healing miracle. The time for suffering is over. You now know what the enemy is, where it hides, and how it is destroying you. Now, the time has come to strike back. The time has come to wash the filter clean. In the next moments, I will reveal the exact physical elements you need to dissolve this 10-pound block. We are going to activate the Arcturian frequency drink, and your liberation is about to begin. Topic 04. The Arcturian frequency drink revealed. The time of living with a stagnant, blocked filter is over, Starseed. The physical manifestation of the 3D matrix inside your body can no longer survive once you introduce the correct cosmic frequencies. To dissolve 10 pounds of dense toxic sludge, you do not need expensive synthetic pills created by the very system that poisoned you. You need nature. You need the ancient, high-vibrational elements of this earth, combined in a specific alchemical way to create a cellular shockwave. We call this the Arcturian frequency drink. This is not a mere detox juice. This is a precise biochemical equation designed to target the thick, sticky fat wrapping your liver, break down the crystallized toxins in your joints, and flush the heavy metals from your bloodstream. It is a powerful physical reset that signals to your DNA that it is finally safe to release the poison and begin the regeneration process. The foundation of this divine elixir is warmth and purification. You must begin with warm water. Cold water shocks the digestive system and forces your internal organs to contract, holding onto the toxins tighter. Warm water expands the cellular walls, relaxes the stomach, and prepares the liver to release. Think of it as melting the thick ice over a frozen river so the water can finally flow again. To this warm, purifying base, we introduce the first master alchemist, fresh lemon juice. The Matrix has taught you that lemon is acidic, but inside the miraculous laboratory of your body, it becomes highly alkaline. Lemon juice is packed with a specific frequency of vitamin C and unique enzymes that act like a gentle scrub brush for your liver. When it enters your system, it immediately begins to thin out the toxic, sticky bile that has been clogging your filter for decades. It breaks the molecular bonds of the sludge, making it loose and ready to be expelled. But the lemon alone is not enough to dislodge the deepest, oldest layers of poison. We must introduce the sacred golden root, turmeric. For thousands of Earth years, turmeric has been revered for its potent anti-inflammatory properties. But its true power lies in a compound called curcumin. Curcumin carries a brilliant, high-frequency golden light that penetrates deep into the hardened tissues of the liver. It directly attacks the inflammation caused by the artificial seed oils and synthetic sugars you have unknowingly consumed. It cools the fire inside your joints and signals your liver cells to begin self-repair. Turmeric is the spark that reignites your internal engine. To ensure this golden light is fully absorbed by your physical vessel, it must be activated. This is done by adding a tiny pinch of black pepper. The piperin in the black pepper amplifies the power of the curcumin by 2000%. It is the catalyst, the energetic key that unlocks the door, allowing the healing properties of the turmeric to cross the cellular barrier and enter your bloodstream instantly. Without the black pepper, the turmeric simply passes through you. With it, the golden frequency is weaponized against the toxic sludge. Finally, The master cleanser. The bitter truth. A small piece of fresh ginger root. Ginger is the inner fire. It increases the thermogenic heat inside your body, accelerating your metabolism and forcing the newly loosened toxins out of your tissues. Ginger stimulates the digestive tract, ensuring that as the liver dumps this 10-pound block of waste, it is swiftly and safely pushed out of your body rather than being reabsorbed into the blood. When you combine warm water, fresh lemon, turmeric, black pepper, and ginger, you are no longer just drinking a beverage. You are consuming a liquid frequency of pure light. You are commanding your physical vessel to purge the darkness. And as this sludge leaves your body, you will physically feel the heavy veil lifting from your mind and your spirit. Some transmissions don't come through words, they come through frequency. If something stirred within you just now, that's not a coincidence. 200 people have already activated their Arcturian codes, and they wish they had found this sooner. Arcturian Encyclopedia. The Complete Arcturian Medicine is a 122-page ebook with ancient techniques for body restoration, energy balance, and activating your natural inner healing power. Are you next? Get instant access in the first pinned comment, only 72 hours at the launch price. Topic 05. Ingredients of Ascension. Awakening the Elder Vessel. Do not let the Matrix convince you that your earthly age is a weakness. In Arcturian wisdom, the Elder Vessel is considered the most sacred, for it has survived the longest in this dense, heavy dimension. The Matrix controllers fear you the most, Starseed. They fear the grandmother, the grandfather, the elder who holds decades of earthly experience combined with ancient cosmic memory. This is precisely why the chemical attacks on your body intensify as you grow older. They want your joints to ache so you cannot walk in nature and ground your energy. They want your mind clouded with fog so you cannot share your wisdom with the younger generations. But the ingredients we have gathered for this divine elixir, the turmeric, the ginger, the lemon, and the pepper, act as the ultimate keys to unlock the physical prison of the aging body. Let us look at what the medical industry calls arthritis and age-related joint pain. They tell you this is just the cartilage naturally wearing down over time, a life sentence of stiffness and agony. Starseed, this is a matrix deception. What you are feeling in your knees, your hips, and your hands is not merely bone rubbing against bone. It is the crystallization of heavy metals, unreleased emotions, and acidic waste that your clogged liver could not process. It is literal biological rust. When you consume the golden light of turmeric, activated by the black pepper, it travels through your bloodstream directly to these crystallized deposits. The curcumin does not just numb the pain like a synthetic chemical pill designed for temporary relief. It physically dissolves the acidic crystals. It removes the rust. It restores the fluidity of your physical movement so your divine energy can flow freely once again. And what of your metabolism? The medical system tells you that as you age, your inner fire naturally dies out, causing you to gain weight uncontrollably, especially a hard, dense weight around your midsection. They want you to accept this heavy, sluggish state as normal. But this toxic belly fat is actually an energetic shield created by your body to protect your vital organs from the overflowing poison in your bloodstream. The fresh ginger root in our Arcturian elixir is the cosmic spark that reignites your inner sun. Ginger bypasses the sluggish, chemically suppressed thyroid and directly stimulates your cellular furnaces. It turns your internal temperature up just enough to melt this toxic shield, transforming the stored poisons into liquid waste and breath, violently expelling them from your vessel. Then we have the purification of the blood itself. The fresh lemon juice is not just a physical cleanser, it is a profound spiritual purifier. As you age inside the matrix, your blood becomes incredibly thick with the remnants of processed foods, decades of synthetic medications, and the heavy emotion of unreleased grief. Thick, dirty blood moves slowly, starving your brain and your pineal gland of vital oxygen. This is what causes the memory loss, the confusion, and the brain fog they try to normalize. The living enzymes in the lemon juice act as a divine thinner. They aggressively scrub the walls of your veins, hyper-oxygenating your blood. This pure, light-filled blood then flows rapidly upwards to your third eye, washing away the calcification and restoring your psychic sight. You were never meant to decay, Starseed. You are meant to refine. These ingredients of Ascension are not just food. They are a direct communication from the Earth herself, reminding your dormant DNA of its original, indestructible power. By consuming them, you are sending a clear, undeniable message to your cells. The time of suffering is over, and the era of total cellular renewal has begun. Prepare yourself, for the actual protocol of flushing this waste is your next step. Topic 06. The Daily Flushing Protocol. Reclaiming your mornings. Now that you possess the ancient Arcturian formula, you must understand exactly how to execute this physical reset. The timing and the method are just as crucial as the ingredients themselves. This is not something you drink casually throughout the day, while distracted by the noise of the 3D matrix. This is a deliberate, sacred protocol. It is a daily command to your physical vessel, and it must be executed when the veil between your conscious mind and your cellular intelligence is the thinnest, the exact moment you wake up. When you open your eyes in the morning, your body has just spent hours in a fasting state, attempting to repair the damage inflicted by the previous day. At this moment, your stomach is completely empty, and your liver is waiting for instructions. The Matrix controllers have programmed humanity to immediately break this sacred fasting window with toxic rituals. They tell you to drink black coffee loaded with synthetic sugars and artificial creamers, or to eat heavy, processed carbohydrates that violently spike your insulin. These 3D morning habits immediately shut down your body's natural detox pathways and force your liver back into a state of panic and fat storage. We are going to shatter this destructive cycle. From tomorrow morning onward, you will reclaim the first moments of your day. Before you look at a screen, before you absorb the fear broadcasted on the morning news, and before you consume any physical food, you will prepare the Arcturian frequency drink. Begin by heating one large glass of pure filtered water. It must be warm, like a gentle internal bath, not boiling hot, which would destroy the living enzymes of the ingredients. Squeeze the juice of half a fresh, organic lemon into the water. Add exactly half a teaspoon of high-quality turmeric powder, followed immediately by a small, forceful pinch of black pepper to activate the golden light. Finally, grate a small portion, about half a teaspoon, of fresh ginger root directly into the glass. Stir this powerful elixir slowly, focusing your intention on the liquid. Understand that you are not just mixing spices, you are creating a biological key. Drink this elixir slowly, on a completely empty stomach. As the warm liquid travels down your throat, visualize a wave of brilliant, high-frequency golden light entering your dark, congested liver. Feel it melting the sticky, 10-pound block of toxic sludge. Feel the heavy metals, the synthetic chemicals, and the trapped emotions of anger and resentment being broken apart and flushed downward, away from your vital organs. Do not consume any solid food for at least 30 to 45 minutes after finishing the drink. This window of time is absolutely critical. This is the period where the frequency of the turmeric and the ginger actively scrubs the walls of your cells and forces the liver to dump its toxic waste into your digestive tract for elimination. If you eat solid food too quickly, you will interrupt the cleaning process, and the toxins will simply settle back into your tissues. Use these 30 minutes to ground yourself, breathe deeply, and allow the alchemical reaction to complete its cycle. When you follow this protocol consistently, you will begin to notice profound changes, often within the first 7 days. The heaviness that has plagued your mornings will vanish. The stiff, painful joints that made walking difficult will suddenly feel lubricated and free. The stubborn, dense fat around your midsection, the toxic shield, will begin to soften and shrink as your liver finally stops storing poison and starts burning fuel. And most importantly, the dark cloud of mental fog and emotional despair will lift, revealing the clear, radiant, and powerful spirit that has been trapped inside you. The physical flushing has begun. But eliminating the darkness is only half the battle. Once the 10-pound block of sludge is gone, we must fill that empty space with pure, crystalline energy. We must activate the new cellular mold. Once the 10 pounds of toxic matrix sludge is finally flushed from your liver, a profound biological vacuum is created inside your body. The universe, Starseed, does not allow empty space. If you do not consciously fill this newly cleansed space with high-dimensional frequency, the 3D matrix will attempt to flood it with fear, stress, and low-vibrational toxins once again. This is the most critical phase of your physical ascension. This is where we stop simply surviving and begin the installation of the new cellular mold. They have lied to you about what it means to age. They told you that entering your golden years meant quietly fading away, accepting a life of limitations, chronic pain, and endless doctor visits. But in the Arcturian understanding, an awakened elder who has cleansed their biological filter becomes the most powerful force on this earth. You become a living generator of cosmic energy. Without that thick, sticky layer of inflammatory sludge blocking your cellular receptors, your body can finally absorb pure life force, prana, directly from the atmosphere. Think of your cells as millions of tiny batteries that have been covered in toxic grease for decades. The moment that grease is melted away by the ginger, the lemon, and the golden light of the turmeric, your mitochondria, the power plants of your cells, suddenly wake up from a deep, chemically induced coma. The extreme, heavy fatigue that used to chain you to your chair, making even simple tasks feel like climbing a mountain, will evaporate. You will experience a surge of clean, calm, and continuous energy that you likely have not felt since your early youth. This is not the fake, nervous energy of caffeine or synthetic stimulants. This is the limitless power of your own restored DNA. But the physical upgrade is merely the foundation. The true miracle happens in your mind and your spirit. With a purified liver, your blood is no longer thick and acidic. It runs thin, rich, and highly oxygenated. As this brilliant, clean blood flows upward and bathes your brain, the heavy calcification around your pineal gland, your third eye, cracks and falls away. The confusion, the memory loss, and the thick brain fog that they tried to convince you was normal aging are washed out of your mind. Your spiritual antenna is fully deployed. You will begin to receive clear, undeniable guidance from your higher self and your galactic guides. Your intuition will become razor sharp. You will no longer be easily manipulated by the fear broadcasted on their screens, because your internal truth detector is fully online. Emotionally, the heavy burden of anger, depression, and resentment, which was literally trapped in the fatty tissues of your toxic liver, is gone. In its place, a profound sense of unshakable peace anchors into your nervous system. When the world outside spirals into chaos, you will stand firm. You will become the grounding pillar of light for your family and your community. This is your true purpose, Starseed. You did not incarnate on this dense planet to suffer in a failing, painful, physical body. You came here to demonstrate what a fully activated, self-healing, human vessel looks like. Your DNA is listening right now. The genetic codes that were suppressed by artificial foods and chemical poisons are unzipping. Every single morning that you consume the Arcturian frequency drink, you are installing this new mold. You are commanding your cells to rebuild themselves in the image of divine light, not in the image of decay. The matrix has finally lost its grip on your biology. Your health, your mind, and your spiritual sovereignty belong to you again. The heavy veil has been lifted, and your ultimate physical mastery has just begun. Some transmissions don't come through words, they come through frequency. If something stirred within you just now, that's not a coincidence. 200 people have already activated their Arcturian codes, and they wish they had found this sooner. Arcturian Encyclopedia. The Complete Arcturian Medicine is a 122-page ebook with ancient techniques for body restoration, energy balance, and activating your natural inner healing power. Are you next? Get instant access in the first pinned comment. Only 72 hours at the launch price.